zoonotic infection. It is purely a zoonotic infection. Zoonosis means infections you get from animals. Let's move further. I have told you earlier that it is a zoonotic infection. That's number one. I've told you earlier that it is transmitted by a gram-negative coccobacillus that we refer to as Coxiella burnetii. I've equally told you that the Q in the Q fever stands for query. And that was because in time past, medical personnel could not differentiate what this one was compared to the one caused by parasites. Now, I've equally told you that you get it from animals, especially animals we rear, like the cows, the goats, and so many others. I've equally informed you that this particular bacteria can survive harsh environmental conditions such that you can get it from the dust that surrounds the farm. And because they are easily picked by air, you can inhale them. They can survive in the soil for as long as it takes in order for them to get to humans. So this particular bacteria are not friendly at all. Please take note, they are not friendly at all. It affects 1 to 5% of people who are exposed to it. It affects, and the number is increasing. So now you can see. And one thing, initially it will be any signs or symptoms of initial infection, but later it can be very distressing. Inflammation in your heart, what we refer to as endocarditis. So it is not a disease condition we take for granted. Now, the question we will ask today is, what happens if you get a QE fever? One, you are going to present with the normal conventional signs like your conventional parasitic infection, that is malaria. You are going to have those flu-like symptoms. In addition, some of the extra signs you see that are not common with the conventional parasitic infection is that this particular one will affect your lungs, it will affect your heart, it will affect your brain, it will affect your bones. So you can imagine a life-threatening condition like this, especially when it becomes chronic. It is really life-threatening. A lot of people have died from this disease. Those who medical personnel who probably misdiagnosed or could not get the proper diagnosis, and they were treating a condition thinking it was parasitic malaria infection, not knowing that it is a different type of fever. It's a different type of fever, not the one caused by a parasite. This one is caused by bacteria. Now, who does it affect? This particular fever, who does it affect? It is a question we just have to get an answer. It affects people who live or work near farms, who come in contact with farm animals, including veterinarians. It affects them as well if they do not take precautions, our vets. Now, humans who assist animals during birth, those who own farm ranches, slaughterhouses. I've seen a dealer who sells animal meat in one of our abattoirs. The man almost lost his life. Why? Because they were treating him for a malaria parasite. Meanwhile, he had Q fever. He had Q fever, not until he was transferred to Federal Medical Center in Abeokuta that it was properly diagnosed that he had a Q fever and not the conventional malaria fever. So you can see, if it is not properly handled, this disease can take out the individual. So who is at higher risk of severe Q fever? One, now that we know those who can get it, they stand a higher risk of getting a severe Q fever. Why? Because this particular one, just like I said, it can damage the heart, damage your brain, damage your bones, damage your lungs at an advanced stage. And most times it is people with weak immune response. Weak immune response. Those who have had a history of endocarditis, those who have had issues with their heart, those who have had issues with high blood pressure, those who have had poor kidney functions, a lot of them are predisposed. They can be predisposed to this disease condition, can be predisposed to this disease condition. Now you know. That is why when we advise that, please, as you listen to us, you are rather having the advantage of having Super Life products. We have the SIC, for instance, which Super Life Immune Care. If you are not taking any Super Life product, at least SIC is okay. So that at least you boost your immune response. There's a lot SIC can do. There's a lot. Just take it as your daily meal, and you just keep on going. There's a lot it can protect you from, especially in our environment where there are too many free radicals. Let's continue because of time. Let's continue. Now, if you look at the global incidence of Q fever, over the years, it has been increasing. We are beginning to see an upsurge in chronic Q fever. Why? Because we are still busy with farm animals. If you go to northern Nigeria, for instance, those who handle the livestock over there are still using crude methods. Even when government have advised that there should be ranching and a modernized way of handling these animals, it has fell on deaf ears. And because of that, a lot of them die from Q fever because most times their cases are treated like conventional parasitic infections. Meanwhile, they are not. So we've seen an upsurge both globally as well as in Nigeria. So there's global upsurge. There's the incidence in Nigeria has equally gone up. Now, if we look at this, the seroprevalence rates in Nigeria, it is between 2.5% to 23.5%. So there's a significant high. There's a significant high in current research study, and the one that has been implicated here in Nigeria is carelessness on the part of animal handlers, and in the north, the use of the intake of unpasteurized animal milk. So, from research that has been done, the basic problem of Q fever in Nigeria is as a result of this carelessness. And because we are so busy with politics, we are so busy with so many other things, nobody is talking. Nigerians are dying from so many things. People are not talking. The researchers have gone into, how will I put it, temporal academic coma. Why? Because nobody cares about research in Nigeria. Rather, research is even more appreciated. Research is done in Nigeria are even more appreciated by foreigners. So it hurts. I'm a researcher. At least I'm not being proud here. To God be the glory. Some of my own works are being appreciated by the whites. I was so excited when, during my presentation last week, somebody called from the United States and requested to have the link on how he can get my books from Amazon. And I was so excited. For months, I've been lecturing, hearing one person from this same platform request for a link. I was so excited. I was hoping maybe everybody would say, please give us that link. It was just one. and I prayed for him and I said, Lord, bless this man. So the only way we can be appreciated is when our works are appreciated. That's all. That's all we ask for. So please, let's appreciate our own. Whenever they do anything with respect to research, please let's appreciate them. You can go online and get those materials. Now, what are some of the symptoms and causes? I've told you the initial symptoms look like your conventional malaria. But after some few months, the patient begins to develop other very serious signs. I've told you it can affect your brain, can affect your bones, so your lungs, your organs. It begins to, so you find the patient not just having fever, not just being fatigued, not just having chills, sweats, like the conventional malaria parasite symptoms. You now find the patient having muscle aches. The patient is extra sensitive to light, what we refer to as photophobia. Is beginning to experience nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, cough, chest pain, stomach pain. In some patients, you find rashes on the skin, and in some other patients, shortness of breath. So once we see some of those symptoms, there is need for the patient to be taken for medical care urgently. Then in some, you find them, they sweat at night. One notable sign is severe muscle aches, joint pains, so severe. And in some, we see weight loss. I've already told you about shortness of breath. Some patients will see swellings of the leg, especially at the chronic stage. You'll find the legs becoming swollen. So that's Q fever for you. For those who are just joining us, Q fever means query fever, Q fever. At least all of you that have paid attention, you can use 2 minutes to educate those who do not understand what the Q in Q fever stands for. Now you know. Already, you know it is caused by bacterium Coxiella burnetii, gram-negative. It affects people who are exposed to the milk, unpasteurized milk, who take them, who are exposed to these animals, farm animals, those who are exposed to the soil where the feces of these animals are dropped because the eggs are, the bacteria are found in their feces where they drop them, and it can survive severe environmental pressure, temperature, all these adverse environmental conditions. It can survive them. So it is not a bacterium that should be taken for granted. And we've seen cases where people get it from blood transfusion. So once a proper test is not done on the patient who is donating the blood, the receiver stands the risk of getting Q fever from a transfused blood. So please, if you must take a blood, ensure that a proper diagnosis is done. How do you do a proper diagnosis? A test, a blood sample will be taken by your medical healthcare provider, and a Q test will be done to check bodies of this particular organism. And since it is a microorganism, the microbiologist or the medical lab personnel and carry out a culture. Yes, they do a culture, and they do a blood culture where they observe for growth. It's a very beautiful laboratory work where we do blood culture in order to observe for growth, because the medical doctors rely on the results that are emitted from the medical lab scientists. So they do this job in order to identify the gram-negative microorganism. So once your result comes out and it is diagnosed that you have Q fever, then there will be need for a treatment. In the orthodox world, Q fever can be handled using antibiotics, different types of antibiotics. I will not want to mention them here because we are directly not advertising orthodox drugs. Even though we are medical personnel, we are quite conversant of the side effects of, if not all, most of these our drugs. So what we do is that we have plant cell-based products that can handle quick and Q fever in such a rapid speed that we even least expected. We as followers of the super life, we underestimated the strength of our product. To be candid, most of us medical personnel underestimated the strength of our product, not until we started administering it to those who are having health challenges. Just like the country's director informed of in his opening, where we are coming from, we've been having countless number of testimonies from those that matters in society, people you don't toil with, for them to come up with the wonderful testimonies we got. To God be all the glory. We are so excited. That is why in our excitement, we feel those who are not going out there to help those who are sick, we feel they are not doing what they are called for. So we implore all of you listening that please, there are thousands of people out there that are not feeling too good health-wise. Let's be helpers to them. Let's reach out to them. It's not all about the money. It's all about rendering help. Help. The more we do it, God will equally help us. At this point, let's look at can you prevent yourself from getting Q fever? Yes, you can. You can. With all the explanation on how you can get it, it's just for you to develop procedures. If you are doing animal farming, you should follow due process in handling animals and ensure you follow due process in handling their feces. So you must be protected. Your hands, you put on gloves, you wear apparels that protects your body, and you will have a nose mask because you can inhale it. This bacteria are not friendly at all. You can take them in any form. Once they are out from these animals, they target you. They target you because they must continue with their own life cycle. They must reproduce. And for them to reproduce, they have to enter you. And so you have to do everything so that yourself. And you've had issues with your heart in the past, then there's strong reason for you to avoid environments like that, and because you stand the risk of making your condition get worse. Then those who easily buy these unpasteurized milk or dairy products that most of one tribe normally sells, garages and so many other places, please, I will advise that you take precaution. And as a matter of fact, I want to advise here, if you must take beverages along the road, please, I will ensure a supermarket or a recognized selling point to buy. We have observed that including yogurts that are being sold on the express, they are locally produced in one room. Please, those who are listening, pay attention. Traveling, somebody is talking there. Please, can somebody mute that person? Now, I want to kindly advise, if you must buy any drink, any beverage on the road, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't buy. Most of these beverages that are sold by these hawkers, are produced in one room, not from the companies. Please, so that you don't damage your kidneys, your livers, and your organs, so that you don't pick up infections you never bargained for with your own money. So at this point, permit me to invite our one and only coach, Coach Sampson. My brother has really been wonderful. Let me use this opportunity to equally greet one of our doctors, Dr. Chooks. No day we do not communicate with him from the headquarters. He has really been doing a lot, helping sick patients online. Kudos to Dr. Chooks and every other health personnel. So, Coach Sampson, please, are you there? I want you to take the floor. Hello, Coach. Hello, Coach.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Super Life. Life is super. So I don't mind my voice tonight. I stretched my voice. Thank you so much. When I saw the topic, I still feel deeper. Though I was not too surprised, though it's not a common type of fever. But I remember when I was in Europe, they have another type of fever because they don't have malaria in Europe. Reason because they believe there is no mosquito parasite in Europe. So they believe there is no mosquito parasite in Europe. So they don't have a malaria fever, but they have what we call hay fever. They have fever, hay fever. That one is always have a reddish eye and some other. It's also have a related or similar symptoms of malaria, but not our own parasitic malaria. So when I saw this Q fever, I was not too surprised. Though, like I said, it's not a usual common malaria that we all know. And one of the difference because this one is not caused by mosquito parasite. It is caused by bacterium. So it's a bacteria infection that causes this. And he has explained one of the ways you can have a contact with this and how dangerous it is. Because when you look at viruses generally, they have their categories. I think bacteria at times it seems to be more dangerous than parasite. Then we have fungi and we have a virus and so many other, So Super Life, today we're at our center on that bridge. We're just discussing concerning somebody that came for a very serious medical challenges. That is season. And we were told this has happened from the childhood due to some injection or medical complication. So, and they have been nursing it for almost years now, more than 20 years, because the same person is currently about 25 years old. And we're just discussing after they left. So we're having discussion about what makes our product so powerful and unique, even in handling some medical challenges that have defied the medical drugs or conventional drugs. And one of the my explanation is looking at the concept of the formulation of our products, particularly our stem cell product, SCC30. When you look at the dynamics of SCC30 and the kind of ingredients you can find inside it and the kind of therapeutic properties, that is inside SCC30, you will know why we make post of this product. One of the things I said in the evening was because of the renewable property, the renewal, one of the how do I say it? One of the cardinal principles or characteristics of a stem cell product is that you must be self-renewed. So Superlife SC30 contain, a self-renewal properties, ability to renew itself. Even the ingredient itself can renew itself. So, and it can renew itself, whoever that taking that product has tendency or ability to experience renewal of their cells, of their tissues, of their organs, because the products contain renewal properties. So that's why, no matter how challenges could be, because of this power, ability to renew self, and being a stem cell product, it has no, what we call it, it has no limitation, because it works at the cellular level in our body. So it can help in combating, both in preventive and in curative form, any kind of diseases. It doesn't matter how dangerous they could be. So that's why we can boldly recommend our Superlife SCC30 for treatment, management of Q fever, and also it can serve in a way of preventive measures. How? Being a stem cell, it can renew your cells. It can also increase your immune system, because your tendency to cut with any bacteria or parasite and for them to have effect on your body, on your cell, depends solely on your immune system, immune function. So if you are regular users of Superlife SCC30, you can be very assured that even if you find yourself in a condition when you are predisposed or exposed to this kind of bacteria, you can be protected. And if for one reason or the other, you are caught with these challenges, Superlife SCC30 can quickly help you to manage and take care of the problem. Like I said, what makes SCC30 potent is because of the ingredients that were formulated together to produce this wonderful product. Let me quickly share my slide with you. Let's look at some of the ingredients inside SSPT. Okay, we have apple stem cell. When you look at it, he said apple stem cell, which is known as Malus domesticum, rich in epigenic factors and metabolites, which helps increase the longevity of cells. Longevity of cells. Then, when you look at how does he put that? How does he elongate your cells? How does he increase the longevity of your cells? Number one, it can repair damaged tissues and organs. Damaged tissues and organs. When Doctor was talking the other time, he was talking about how this fever can affect your lungs and some other parts of your organs or your system. So, taking SCC30, it can repair your damaged tissues and your organs, protect human stem cells against UV light-induced ultraviolet rays, reverse environmental damage, like we heard. The kill fever is also due to the environment. If you find yourself in an environment where the animals' waste were disposed, and you were, find yourself without protecting yourself, you can be predisposed to this fever. So, SCC30 reverse the environmental damage. Also promote cell regeneration, collagen increase, synthetic and repair of damaged cells, and cell regeneration rate. So when you look at all these functions or benefits, you agree with me that taking SCC30, you can actually address this problem. So we have other ingredients like grape, that is solar vitis. We have glycoside, cantaloupe, glycoside, gliadin, brimley extract, blackcurrant extract, golden kiwi, prickly pear cactus, and sea toxin. These are the ingredients, probiotic ingredients that were put together in formulating Superlife SCC30. That makes it more potent and more effective in the treatment and management of any kind of medical challenges. Then we also have Superlife Neuron Care SNC as part of our products that we can use in the management of this Q fever. Let's look at what SNC contains that also make it. Sorry, let me, because of our time, I want to fast forward. Okay, this is SNC. When you look at SNC, contain some ingredients that also helps, in terms of your neurons, your brain, your heart, and like we heard from Dr. Rose. These challenges can also affect your heart. So SNC, being a product, contains ingredient marigold flower, saffron, DHA, ginkgo biloba, concord grape, spearmint, and bilberry extract can help in the management of Q fever and every other medical challenges. So when you look at it, it's a powerful antioxidant that defends our body against unstable molecules called free radicals. Very, very important. So if you have anyone that has Q fever, you can be rest assured that when you recommend our product, SC30, particularly, the person will get a positive result because of the efficacy of this product due to the bioactive ingredients that were put together in the production of this wonderful food. So, like I said, because of my voice, let me round up here. So, thank you. Life is super.
Thank you. Thank you. Life is indeed super. Thank you, Prof. Prof. Ebe, for still giving us tonight's meeting. So I want to thank all the participants. We still want to keep our hope alive so that all this awareness will help us not only for us to be on a preventive side, but to be a solution provider to as many around us whom we can discover that is having whatever, whether the hospital have termed to be an incurable health condition, that in our time, that God has given us a very wonderful solution, a therapeutic solution centered on plant-based stem cell. It has been number one, so to say, in terms of result-oriented. It has been proven. I don't need to begin to repeating it, although nothing like overemphasizing. Because of the new discovery that God has given us the opportunity to discover them, and they are using it and call it with wonderful testimony. So many of them will be telling us that we didn't even tell them that this thing is helping in the other direction. There are so many other directions that individuals who have started using our products in a space of 1 month, today makes it 1 month. We started engaging with them, that they are coming to discover other health issues that has been resolved as a result of the period they started using the products. And you can rest assured that it can only be God at this hour. These are cases that have lingered for years. They have used all manner of medications before now. So we so much thank God. And if you are in a Super Life family, you have not begun to discover this kind of result on your end, please don't be a lone ranger. Don't be a lone ranger, because few of them, the number of people that have been going out with us, it has been a very big eye-opening. It was even our prof. It was joining us in airport command. That was when he discovered something that is as a result of what he discovered on that very day, that has become a catalyst to what is happening in the other part of Lagos, Ogun State. So what is this? We want you to come and embrace it, so that it will begin to happen in that side where you are. So please, connect to us, ask us questions, come up with your own ideas, so that we can help you to fine-tune it. He sees the way all the health consultants, the way the very wonderful team, somebody will scan a result, have forward to us a scan result. We will forward it to an appropriate personnel. He will analyze it and give you a voice message to let you know the root cause and how the result will come by just using our product. Then you will forward the recorded voice notes to that same client. That after listening to that voice message, the client will be very, very satisfactory. Will be highly satisfaction with that he really hit the nail at the head. What next? And now we were trying to activate Saturday because of clients that have had interaction with us. There are now some of them that are working class is now making us now this tomorrow being Saturday. We are going open the office to attend to them. Please, I don't know the better way for us to let you know that you can't have this wonderful solution given to us, by the Almighty God, and then somebody around you will be having whatever the hospital must have given it to incurable ailments. You are going to live with it till you die, God forbid. And you are in that environment. Please liaise with us so that we'll begin to work together, and things will begin to change for good. So, and that's it for tonight. I don't think, is there anybody with question, observations? Anybody in the chat room? In the absence of no person, I think we are just 4 minutes after 9, just barely an hour for tonight. So I think it's better to keep it simple. But don't forget, tomorrow is our business meeting. is our business workshop. Yeah, and we always keep it simple, very powerful. So please try as many that want to celebrate this Christmas in a new dimension, and who are already Super Life family or intended to be Super Life after tomorrow meeting. Please bring them around. That should be a plan B, source of income, side hustle, or you can make it, after a while, you can make it to be a full-time business, but start in a part-time way and see the results. So tomorrow we are going to discuss extensively on why Super Life business plan is second to none. Why is being called second to none? In what all the MLM I have seen who are genuine, MLM that are genuine, and there is even go in a product line. I have not seen any company that is really paying to their distributor what Superlife is doing. I have not. For almost 8 years now, this company has never changed their goalposts. They have not. They maintain it till date. Instead of reducing, they even introduce more complaint that can add more money to us. So please come tomorrow and be part of this wonderful business and compare it with whatsoever one that you think you know. And please, let's come and put it side by side. And you get it, they have never shifted goalposts. That's people of integrity. And that's why I know that if Jesus tarries, this company will see children, meaning that in line with the scripture, that a good man will leave inheritance for their children. If other companies who have started over 100 years ago, like in America, where this kind of business emanated from, there are grandchildren, great-grandchildren that are just find themselves in wealth of this type of program. So Super Life have come in our own time. Not only that we are going to live a fulfilled life, retire awesomely, but our children and grandchildren, there will be a very wonderful inheritance that will be left keep for them. So see you tomorrow. Same time, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Same link. The same link you are using for tonight. Just connect with us tomorrow. Thank you. So can we just share, open our mic so that we can share the grace in fellowship. 1 to go. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God,